Okay. Okay, that time I will create two different table, because that yeah, I will create two different table. I'll fetch the data on the condition, and that time it will fetch two tables. It will fetch the data from two tables, and when you are fetching the data from two tables, there should be condition. Okay, and we will understand more on that. At that time, your foreign key constraint will come into the picture. Okay, so those about database. Then we learned something about from yeah, about JDBC, how to insert, update, delete, those things we understood from the core level. Okay, also from advanced level we understood. Okay, but advanced level we have not understood, we have not completed all. Okay, we have up to now, we have at least we understood, we have we are continuing with the inserting the data. We'll see, we'll inserting, we'll see, because here a lot of other components will require, no, that's why little it's we cannot say it's complex, but it's yeah, little. Okay, we'll understand that one. And but we will understand the JSP. Okay, before that, let's start with something about JSP. Or what I can do, let me, from the HTML perspective, have I explain you the different situations, different scenarios, drop down, radio button, checkbox. Those are the use cases. Those will at the time of taking a big or little bigger application or bigger project. Okay, there I will introduce, I will introduce more pages, and every pages every page I can introduce the different functionality. Okay, suppose in one page I will introduce the gender, the registration, who is registering in the into the application, he or she should put the information. Okay, put the data. We can take the example of quickly, we can take the example of here, this one. But quickly I can go through this, and I'll come back to start with more about JSP, because this is the situation where JSP is required. Okay, this functionality are all for the from HTML. This is a link, this is a link, and this is a action. Okay, action. Suppose you want to register it. Okay, suppose you want to put the registration here. You are registering. Suppose you are I can put a here one radio button, gender, where you can select male or female. So if somebody click it male, so who is registering the who is putting the whole in register, uh, all the information will go through the register. So those functionality I'll keep adding while going for the little bigger application. Okay, once we come individually, we will understand the small functionality, then combining together we'll achieve the bigger application. Okay, so quickly we'll understand here. Okay, this what happened here is, so can you see there is a register.jsp is showing? What is that? Okay, what is that? So we'll open this application, we'll understand quickly the insertion operation. Who is taking the, who is who is taking the initiative for doing the database operation? Okay, who is inserting the data, where, whether I'm inserting the data in same class, servlet class, or I am taking the help of other class, and other class is responsible for doing all this insertion operation. We'll check. Okay, we'll check quickly. Okay, come, I can open this one. Who can tell me how should I go? What is the entry point? Whether I have approached this application with the help of web.xml or without a web.xml. I think web.xml. Okay, so web.xml can help us to track from where to start to where to reach. Okay, so there is a login.jsp. Okay, fine. Login.jsp is a welcome file. Hey, login.jsp, are you there? Yes, login is telling yes, I'm here, I'm there. Okay, then once I'll go to the login.jsp, I can find some information where to go. Okay, what next? Okay, there are here so many things are there. Okay, we can achieve all these things without a web.xml also. But once we understand this one also, that someone you can try without xml, web.xml. Okay, that is a way also. So quickly we'll go. What is that? Login.jsp. Let me close all and close others. Yeah, login.jsp. Again, I'm telling you, JSP. What is JSP? JSP is a component of, it's a web component where we write the Java code. We can write the Java code, or we are writing the Java code inside HTML. You can write the Java code. If so, is it JSP is it like HTML? Is JSP is HTML? You can say, yeah, it is HTML. If you write the Java code, then it will become pure login dot pure JSP. So is it mandatory every time we have to write the Java code? It is not mandatory. Depending upon the requirement, depending upon what thought process you have, what purpose you have to achieve, what 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 idea in your mind you want to achieve, so that you can you can write the code. Okay, what logic you want to implement. So depends. Depending upon that, the JSP will take its different form. Okay, we'll see. Probably today we will see. We'll see. We'll take the example of JSP where we can write the Java code. But maximum here, more of all here, we have not written Java code. I'm not written in Java code, but still it is a JSP. Okay, then what is servlet? Servlet is a Java code where we can write the HTML. Is it mandatory every time we have to write the HTML inside servlet? No, no, not exactly, not mandatory. Your choice. Okay, that's why the AMBC model view controller is a design. We can design in principle, or we can say it is not exactly design pattern, but they call it as architecture, or they call it a design pattern also. MBC design pattern, they say, they call it, but it's a very nice design pattern where we can find different department having different responsibility, so that the whole system will work properly and more efficiently, and there won't be much traffic jam. You know, every section. Okay, this hey model, what is your idea, what you are doing? No sir, I'm dealing with the data. I'll take the example and tell bit by bit on this. Okay, so quickly we'll open this login.jsp. So it is already open. Good. So what is happening? Is there any action? First you check, hey, is there any action? Yes, some action is there. So action is there means definitely there should be some submit button, or some action, some event would be occurring. Is it occurring? You can check it by just check the form. The form should be inside the body. I'm telling you, is the HTML start, HTML should end. Okay, again telling you, and there should be head. Don't worry about the head. You can remove this. No worry. You can remove this. You can remove some part of them. You can. Okay, just let me comment this. What is the problem? That is your choice. If I'm removing this, where's my sharpener? Oh, I think I have opened in the I have not opened in the J2E perspective or what? Yeah, now it is J2EE perspective. I'll be able to see the server. Okay, just restart quickly. What is the application name? The application user login registration demo. Copy. So that you won't miss a single spelling. Yeah, still it's working. Okay. Okay. Insert title here. Yes. Okay. Fine. Let me. I just removed the header. Address this. Just here. Insert title here. Okay. Okay, you won't you directly you see the URL. Okay, URL. But if you give the header, you can get some message, insert title here something, right? I remove that. Is just for the so that is your choice. You'll keep it or won't keep it. But important thing is your body. When body start and body end, there inside you can write the Java code. Okay, so anyway, you can, but yet I have not written any Java code. Okay, but it's a JSP based. Okay, so now I have a form. I have a form action is happening inside that. What I've done, I've created a table. So table created because it looks good. All is like a table. It's like a table, and it is this fields are proper format. Okay, proper size. Okay, there's no there's no yeah, all are in proper format. So for that I have taken some style sheet color. This one you can check it, and you can write without this it will be working fine, no problem, but it look good if you use this one. Login page is a red color. Okay, login is a red color. Login page, what is a style? This is style. It's coming under style is a component in HTML is coming. Okay. So anyway, so these are the things. Let's quickly go ahead and just understand about how the insert operation is happening. Okay, which table is hitting. So who can tell me which action class or which servlet class is going from this login .jsp? You can find it at login. Copy the action and open quickly the web.xml. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is the entry point. Okay, test 1 2 3, test 1 2 3. What is the class? This is the class. For what? For what? For login. For login. But is that the class for registration? No. No. Why? Why no? To get the to know to understand the answer, come back to the login.jsp quickly. Can you see? There is a ahref. Okay, this is registered.jsp and registration. Its name is registration. It is not an action. It is not an action. Action is only when you can find the submit button or something. Okay, this action submit button. What is happening? If you click the login, it will do some action. What is the action? The action name is login. How to find what happened, which servlet is getting called? To understand that, you can again come back to the web.xml, and you found this login test. But I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in registration. Hey, what is registration? Is it a action? No, it's a link. What happened if I click registration? It will click this one, it will take you registered.jsp. Can you find? Okay, that's why register.jsp came. Okay, we'll see register.jsp. We'll see. If I click on that, it will go to the register.jsp. If you are interested to go to the register.jsp, you can copy and either copy or else you can search here. Is there register.jsp is there? Yeah, register.jsp. What is happening? So the moment I click registration, it will take me to a JSP. But inside JSP, can you find one action is there? So is it possible inside JSP we can have action? Yes. Inside HTML we can have action. We already seen many times. But inside JSP also action possible? Yes. Why not? Possible. It means it's, can you see? It's action. So to check what is happening, if I click this action, if I click this button, any action is happening. Whether that action is taking me to another JSP or another servlet, you want to see, then you can come back to this JSP at least. Register.jsp. Check. Hey, is there any action? Yes. Is a form related to this? Of course. Oh, it's a method. Oh, it means it's a servlet or JSP something? Yeah. Oh, is it a servlet? You want to see? What we can do? Just we should follow the procedure again. Action name. You know, everything is all the whatever their pages or files or servlet, JSP, all everyone's information is there in a single place. That is web.xml. Okay. So you can find it out. You can register. Come on, come the register. Copy. Fine. We can find it out. Why I'm interested in register? Because my first name, last name, user ID, password, so many things are there. So many things are there. I collected. But what next? What next? There is a submit button. It means some action is occurring. Yes. What is the action name? Value is register. If I click this one, something will happen. I'm interested what that something. Is it inserting the data? If it is inserting, which table it is inserting? What are the data up to now? And if I insert this new phrase data right now, will it insert all the data or in a single batch or in a single phase? All these 7 data will be inserted? Yes. To understand that, again we can go into the board. What is the action is happening? Okay, register is happening. What is the action name? Register. Copy. Fine. First here, find here. You can please you can mute your audio. Okay, can you see register is there? Okay, what is the action? What is the class? What is the class related to this register action? So, but you might have noticed many times here we are nowhere we have used JSP here, right? Every time it's a com.java something, it's a package name and the servlet name. So if you have a question that then what about JSP? What about JSP? Suppose I want to send the data from related to the action register to a JSP. In that case, what will happen? No, first you go here to the servlet. From servlet, have you remember request dispatcher? Inside bracket, we can give JSP. So directly it will go to that JSP, but you won't find the JSP things here, right? So max every time it's like so classes, right? So this is the thing you have to understand. Okay. So depending upon different situation, you will understand more and more. Okay, you'll experiment more and more. Still, we are in basic right now. We are going into the more and more functionality. Once you'll be able to successfully insert, update, do the CRUD operation, then you'll be thinking, yeah, I have to learn things I can do with the database. Then there are so many things are there. If somebody is establishing the connection, and definitely we know if you're inserting the data or if you touch the database, any table, we have to get the license. That is called connection, right? Who is responsible for the connection? Is it a separate class, or it's a sublet class itself? We'll see. Okay, quickly we'll go into this register. So this class is responsible the moment I'm writing, inserting this information in information. I should insert the proper data, right? I should insert the proper data. Okay, the moment I register, it will some person is responsible, and some taking this responsibility and uh, go and hit the database. Okay, I think it's not proper. That's why it is not. It's not registering, or else it could have shown me successfully registered. Okay, maybe to see that what went wrong, you can come back and you can see. You can see there is error. Definitely there is error. You can find it out. Error means you can find some exception. You're saying, right? So I have not done the more arrangement on this, because we suppose somebody is not aware of so many things, then he or she cannot come and see, hey, what's happened, what went wrong. What we can do, if anything goes wrong, we can give a alert message here. No, it is unsuccessful, please register once again. Okay, because we can find out. So those we can do, those we can add slowly we can add, right? There is a functionality, but here we can see ZW ZXC on parsable date. How can I put in place of date? How can I put a ZWC? Is a text. How can I put? I should put date properly, right? So then only it will take. Okay, quickly. Just for this time, I let me add some value. Let's say I'm selecting this date, address something. um, Contact number, register. So welcome. It's successfully registered. That's why I'm getting a message. Okay. So I am interested. What happened that what happened at that point of time? If I click register, we'll see. I'm interested in that. What is going on in backend or in background? Okay. Just register. The moment I click register, it is, oh, this time why I'm open this one. I don't want to open this one. Let me here. Yeah, it's closed. Good. So let me come here, come to this point. Let us understand what is happening. Okay, what is happening. Okay, so do get method, do post method is called. Is it do post method? Who can tell me with which? Because there could be a do post, do get. There could be other method. Then why should I come? How to understand that one? So you can come back to your register.jsp. You can find out name is register. I got it from the web.xml. What is the corresponding sublet name? But I found one post method is there. So definitely there should be a post method, do post method, right? So here it is responsible for doing all lot of things. Okay, in this insertion. Okay, first you collect this data. Okay, quickly we will we don't I cannot spend more time on this repetitively on same things. Okay, see, the moment you are putting all the data, those are, those will be transferred. The moment you click register, those will be collected in an object and they will be transferred to the next servlet. Okay, this is the next servlet. Which method? Do post method. The what next? Next means somebody will keep on collect this information. Who is that person? Request. Okay, request or get parameter, the first name, last name, this one. So all information collected together, and somebody is setting the data. Hey, why is setting the data? Yeah, definitely it's required. Why to setting that data? Because my main intention to insert the data into the table. Okay, what I have done, I have created a user object is a Pojo class, user Pojo class. So I have a Pojo class, that is the I have maintained the package structure. I have kept all the controller class here. I have kept the DAO class here. Don't worry about DAO. I have kept the Pojo class here. Pojo, we can call it model also. Okay, model object. Why Pojo is required? Why? Why? I told you last time, some point of time I told you, whenever you are sending the data in from one servlet to another servlet, to one servlet to another JSP or whatever, one place to another place, you can keep a carrier. That carrier you can because your request is going right from one place to another place. So inside request you can attach this small powerful thing. So this powerful thing will carried from one place to another place with the inside the request. So and in another place, from this place to another place, where when you reach in to the another place, if you open the request, you can find one object is there. Okay, that is the carrier object, model class, Pojo class. Here I have kept as a user. Okay, why user? Inside user, what are there? First name, last name, TOR, everything are there. Question: can I have more data also? Yes. But can I have less data? Less data you can, you will get error. Okay, you'll get error. Okay. Suppose here some fields are there. You want to create a this related to same pace. You can relate. You can use one Pojo class. You can have more data, but you cannot have less data. You can have more fields, another 3-4 fields extra. That's okay, but it's not less. Okay, what happens? We'll understand this one, this controller class more and more. Now I'm setting the data. You know, you have a Pojo class which is followed by the encapsulation, where it should have data should be private and there should be a public method. And there is a toString method. Don't worry why toString method. You already know why toString method, keeping in mind, because some point of time somebody will access this object. If I don't override toString method, then it will be coming with unnecessary, ununderstandable by you user, like at the rate something. That is the address of the object. Okay. So you understood that in the core Java. Okay. So quickly, let me go ahead and just set the value. Now, who can tell me what this user content? Who can tell me what this user content? At this point of time, what user content? Don't think user is a very ordinary, it looks like small user. No, user content so many things. User content first name, user content last name, user content so many things. At this point of time, user contains all 7 data. And is it static data or dynamic data? All are dynamic data, because I only right now I submitted. The moment I submit it, it will come to do post method, and it will create an object of user, and it will set the value. Now you can ask me, sir, how it will set the value, from where it will get the value? You can see here, first name, I have Yogi, I put, right? Yogi will be collected in this lines of in this part, and it will store the inside user, because there is a getter setter method. Set is for the setting the value. Now this value is Yogi will be set into this. Now this user content Yogi. Second line, what user content? Yogi plus Prasad. As long as you keep on, okay, keep on executing it, go line by line, it will keep on setting the value one by one. And don't only it is setting the value, but setting the value to where? To its own object. Now this object contains so many things. Now what happened next? We'll understand. Okay. If user DAO dot insert DB, inside DB I'm passing some user greater than 0, then carry this everything, shift from this place to another place. Hey, what do you mean by this place? This place means this place means this class. Inside this class, where we are? Inside do post method. Where we are wish to go? We are wish to go, if yes, if successful, we'll go to welcome user.jsp. If unsuccessful, again register.jsp. Okay. then we'll see whether we are successful or unsuccessful. Our 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 faith is in this if condition and L condition hand. Okay, we'll see if condition what is saying, what is it is doing. It is calling a insert into DB method. Hey, insert DB method, is it here in this class, this method? To call a method, either we require object or we require a class name, provided this method is a static method. Who can tell me if this method is a static method, or you can keep your mouse over here, you can find it out. It's not giving more information about whether it is static or non-static. Okay, so you know it. Something is the user DAO. Maybe you don't know at this point of time. Some of you may not knowing, but if you click this one, it will let me tell you what it is doing. Okay, uh, I think some of you already know is something is there. It's a method, it's a class. Okay, if you want to more, you want to exactly hit that is a class name or is it a method whether it's present in a class, then what we can do, I have let me tell you what I have done. I have created a user DO class. Inside class, we can have constructor, method, data type, right? So I have used I have defined one method. What is the method name? Insert into DB. You want to see, then you can come here. Okay, I have created this class. I have created this class in a different package. You can ask me, sir, why you have not created all the classes in a single package? Why have you done the extra work? Because that is the I am maintaining the standard to 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 make a good, better result. Okay, to increase the performance of whole application. Okay, application means this project. Okay, I have separated it. Actually, I tell you, I am following the model view controller MVC architecture. Okay, I have number of times I have told you, number of times, to create a good organization. Maybe is a education organization. Maybe is a e-commerce organization. Maybe is a restaurant also. We should have different team to make output faster, to make standard, to maintain the standard. That is the way. Okay, that's why MVC come into the picture. Model view control. Who can tell me? Okay, let me tell you who is the model. Model is this classes. This is coming under model. This is coming under model. What is who is controller? Controller here, the sublet classes. Who is view? View is your JSP or HTML. Okay, so anyway, going forward, I'll take a special once yeah, I'll take some time to explain more about MVC. But anyway, by taking a screen and or like yeah, by putting and by sketching it. Okay, I'll discuss. Okay, so quickly we'll go inside this DAO. Hey, DAO, what you are doing? I'll see. Either I can open like this, or else I can go from here where I was registered. Yeah, I can click control click. You can click, it will take you there. Okay, that is your choice. If let me first open DAO. I'll will understand bit by bit, then we can click from there and we can come here. Okay, so what is happening? Insert into DB. Okay, there is a method insert into DB. Is there any method? Is there any other method? Is it a static method? Yes, it's a static method. Apart from this, is there any other method? Yes, it's a Boolean method. It means it will true yes or false. Yes or no. What is this method name? Login check. Okay, inside this method, I have created a connection. Yes, I have created a connection. Inside this method also I have created a connection. Yes, sir. So we will, going forward, no, we will we will increase the performance. So tomorrow, if I'll have more and more methods, so why I'll keep every time class.forname connection every time? So cannot I create this? I know this is the entry point to the database. Cannot I create a single place, centralized place, and so that everybody will write this, use this logic? Yes, that is possible. If we'll do, then we can understand the performance of this application in a little better way. Okay, that we will do. Okay, but for the timing, we are going from the root level. Okay, so let's say, hey, insert into DB. What you are doing? Insert will be telling, sir, I am inserting the data. Okay, inserting the data into the table. Okay, so I have this is an integer value. It's returning integer value. So 100% you have to return some value, right? So you have to have return type, right? This is a method because in integer return type. Okay. So what I've done, I have we have kept an integer value. Let's say its value name is result. Result is equal to 0. Up to this point of time, value is 0. Okay. Then because our main intention to insert the data into the database, and database which table? What is database name? SQL test I have created. What is the table name? User table. Hey, user table, are you there inside MySQL? Yeah, we can check it. Open MySQL. Now my database is ready, but I have to open the, is there any user table is there I want to see. But if I select start from user table or user table, it won't because I have not in, I have not, I'm not in inside a database right now. Okay, I have to go particular into the particular database where the table is there. Okay, user table. What is the database name? Let's say I don't know what is the database name also. I know SQL test. Okay, directly we can go ahead into this. Use database. Use SQL test database. What is the database name? SQL test. So it will allow me to go. Now I can select start from users. It is user. Okay, it is not. Maybe another user table. Users table is there. Oh my God, what I've done. Oh, is it possible? That's why I don't like to keep all the SQL statements here. If every time I should write, I like to write the fresh statement. I could not see whether it was deleted. See, my God, gone. Anyway, anyway, there's also a way which we can roll back. But let's say we'll insert again the data. Okay. Now, if I go and check now the face data inserted, so be careful while you are dealing with this delete operation or drop. Drop, don't touch drop unless until it is not required. Don't touch drop. Okay. Drop means it's gone. You have to create the table once again. Okay. So at least my table and informations are there. Table informations, first name. If you want to see the this information of this table, DESC. Easier. So, but I have not kept anything primary key. Okay, I have not done anything primary key. What we can do, we can add a constraint to this to this table where we can add the primary key. By thinking in mind, maybe first name, last name, user ID. Oh, maybe username we can later we can do that. Okay, we can make this username as a primary key. Okay, every time it will ask the username, it will be, you cannot put the duplicate username. Okay, so let's see. Let's understand what happened. How come? How this data inserted from the Java side? Okay, into this table. Okay, so no problem this time. No need to go write the query from the backend. Directly we can put different data. Okay, let's we don't have time to insert more data, so let's we understand a single functionality of this, how it works, how does, let's see what is happening. Okay, so in the insert db table, okay, this is doing all this all whole lot of things. What it's doing is it is first it's registering the driver. It is registering the driver because I am in Java, I'm in a class. Okay, which method? Insert db method. Is it a servlet class? No. Is it a normal class? Yes. Who's what are all the methods in this class? We already discussed. Okay, the first we are understand the insert into db. So what this method is taking parameter, is it taking any parameters? Yes. What parameters? Users. Hey, what is user? You can ask, hey, what is user? User is a class, is a Pojo class. Okay, if I successfully create a user table, sorry, user object, and I set the value. If I set the value, don't you think now this method is ready for inserting the data? Yeah. How? So how? Let's say we understand. Let's say already we have the uh, authorization to touch to hit the table. Okay. So what is our intention this time? We will insert the data into the table. What is the table name? User. What is the data? I don't know. I don't know. This method is telling I don't know. If you don't know, then who know? Who know? This this method will tell, ask the person who is calling me. Ask the person who is calling me. Hey, who is calling you? Then come back. Where we were some time back, we were as a inside do post method. Anyhow, we came to know if I click register, this method is getting called. Okay, then what is doing? It is creating an object of user and it's setting all the value. From where this value is coming, right? Okay, now in this, don't you think at this point of time user contain all the information, 7 information? Yes. Yes. Now it is calling inside if condition user DAO insert into DB. Who is calling? Who is calling? I am calling. Where I am? I am inside a method. Which method? Do post method. Where do post method is there? Inside this action class, inside the servlet class. What is the purpose? Purpose is the inserting the data into the table. This line, only in this line it's inserting. How? We'll see. Okay. Again 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 go to that go to the method again. Now I can call this method. Okay, in this method, do you think, don't you think user is already there? What this user contains? Don't you think the user at this point of time user contains all information? Don't you think? Yes, containing. Now come this method, and this method, this time this user is containing all this information. Okay, all this information, all this information. But then what is the question? Why the question mark? Why the question mark? Because see, I have collected the data. I have collected the data, but it will take the time to set the value, right? How to do that? So now come back to the your JDBC programming skills. Here it's nothing to do with your servlet programming right now. just come to the JDBC. Have you remember there are three types of prepared statements? One is a normal statement, one is prepared statement, another is callable statement. So prepared statement is every time for the dynamic query. Have you remember? Yes, this is the for the dynamic query. We what happened? I have at this point of time I have done the connection with the database. Now I can do something. What that something? The something insert, update, delete. So many things I can do, but I'm interested in inserting. Now I'm connection dot prepare statement. You call the prepare statement. Definitely you have to put the SQL statement, right? Okay, this already discussed. Okay, so at this point of time, what PS content at this time, insert into user value is equal question mark, question mark, question mark. Still it has not inserted the value. It is about to insert. Now it is inserting ps dot set string. One means first column, first column, first column. What is the value he this one interested to insert? Users dot get first name. At this point of time, users, we already set the value. We already set the value. Come back here and just understand. It looks like very simply. It looks like very simple, like hey, there's a method, there's a class, I'm calling this. To understand this, I can do all uh, everything at this point in this place, but it won't follow the proper management. Okay, that's why I have created a class. I've created the method. I can call that method in this class, in this place. To call a method which is placed in another class, in this class is another register test class, and I'm calling a method which is in another class. So I have to have object, right? But this method is a static method. Do you require to create an object? That's why I can call the method. If now you can ask me this question, sir, is this class is in this family? Is this class is in this package, in this locality, or this class is in different locality? Probably I have taken different locality. If it is a different locality, so don't should not we import that locality class or package? Yeah, you can see, it should be there. Import, yeah, user DAO. I have to import. If the user DAO, if the user DAO would be in this package, controller package, I do not require to import. But as I have separated different packages, we have to do little extra work, but it's really good, awesome. Okay, that's why I'm explaining one by one. If it would be, it not in a same package, and not in be in different packages, what would be happen? In that case, I would not required to create import statement, because I'm dealing in object which is another package. I'm doing the operation in this class which is a controller package. That's why I have to invite this package. Invite this package. Again, I have to invite the other package also, because model class is not in same in this package. That class is in another package. That's why I imported. So these all things are core Java thing. Okay, so what is happening this way? Again, we understand more and more. Oh, okay. So now in this first column I am setting the value. User dot, sorry, I'm setting the value. I'm setting the value, but how can I set the value? If I have the value, then only I can set, right? Yeah, I have the value. That's why user dot get first name. It is collecting the first name value. Now first name value is ready. You know how important this user object is? How important this user object is? We are dealing with JDBC and this controller or servlet class, but how important this JDBC, this user class, It's very powerful. Okay, so I have set the value. So I have this is the JDBC. This is not this is JDBC. Once I have prepare statement should insert the value, na. Okay, what is the first value? Get the first value. Prepare statement dot set string first column. What is the value? This value should be yogi. This value should be yogi. No, yogi is yogi only after clicking register. If after clicking register, all things are happening. After clicking register, these things are happening. First column, yogi is inserting. In second column, what is the value? User dot get last name. You can ask me, sir, user get last name. Is it the value is already set? Is it really in at this point of time user object carry some value? Yes, Prasad value. Then who? Then how it is possible? Yeah, already done. No, already done that. Get parameter Prasad says last name collected. Store in a user. So that don't think that user is don't think at this point of time this user contains so many information, at least that 7 information, and that information I'm storing in the second column by ps.setString. Again similarly ps.setString third column, what is the value? Username control set. Save. Okay, so we have done all the things for the setting 4 values, but here there is a twist. 4 values easy because these are in text format. In string format that will go, but this is a date format, and date format, it's okay, this date is date, day, month and year, but unfortunately in database it's the date is not in date, day, month, year. If I describe users, but database, uh, yeah, for database date is little different. It's completely different. It is like first year, then month, then date. Then now it is now is the problem. Now is the problem. I am collecting the data from the JSP, which is day, month, and year. But 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 JDB, but your database understand year, month, date. So we have to do extra work here. This is core Java. Okay, this is the core Java logic. How to do this? So what I've done, I have first inside user, I've collected the get date of registration. I store in a string format. Okay, in string format. So what is the format? This one, who can tell me? This is the normal way, like day, date, month, and year. Then I have created these two object, simple date format, simple date format. Is it possible? Is it where it is present? It is present in java.text simple date format. Where it is present? Oh, it is a class, simple date format. Simple date format is a class. Where it is present? You know, it is present in rp.jar file because it is inside JDK. We have selected JDK 1.8. No, inside this. Okay, it is there. Inside this, there are a lot of jar files. Inside that, there is a class. It's there. Okay. So simple date format. Now simple date format, I'm giving the format. What is the format? Day, month, year. This is a normal format. This is a normal format. Also, it is supported by the JSP. But I am inserting into the database which is not understanding our language. It is understanding Y format. So we have to convince. So to convince, I have to write the code. Okay. So I have created a simple date format, which is the out SDF, out simple date format. This is my output. My input in my hand, this is in my hand. I want to store into the database. So first I have to convert it into YYY, month, date. So who is doing all this thing? I have to create these two different object. Okay, I have to create two different object. I have to create again date object. Inside date object, I have to, because if I write this next lines, it will give me the error. It will give me the error. Try catch, because whenever you are dealing with the you're converting one data to another data, you know, you'll get the parsing exception, right? You know, number format exception you used to get previously. Okay, let me remove this. So I get problem. What is my intention? My intention to convert this date format to this format. Okay, so I'm proceeding to do that. Okay, so I have a date dt. Okay, I've created a date. Okay, but yeah, I have created a date. Why? By keeping in mind, you'll understand. I have already in SDF is there. What in SDF contains the input. Where which input? The 10 and 2020. Okay, so here I'm calling a parse method. Now this parse method will help me help me to parse into a date. Here I collected the input date. You know what is the input date? Input date. Who can tell me input date? Input date I have collected in a string. How to convert a string into date? Who can tell me? How to
Parsing.
there is a parse. This is a common concept. It's already there. How to convert a string into integer? Parse int, right? There is a parse method. Here it's just parsing the string into date. And this point, the outdate, what outdate content, can you see at this line? Try to understand. It's not easy. Try to understand. Okay, at this point of line, I have converted into our string value into date, but that date is not enough. That is not sufficient. That date is in this format. Our intention to put in this format. Okay, okay, this is a very special case. Okay, so now in this case I have done the parse it, but I have not formatted it. Next line I'll format it. I'll format. This format method is present in out SDF. What is out SDF? Simple date formats. Second, simple date format is a class. It has a different format, mainly day, month, year. It can understand year, month, day. But two, it is understand, but you are not understanding. No, our application is not understanding. No, so we have to tell our application, hey, application, don't worry, I have done all the arrangement. Okay, what arrangement? That is logic you have to write. Okay, and so here out SDF dot format, it is taking dt. What is dt? dt is still input data. Hey, what is input data? Get DOR. Hey, okay, what? Get DOR. This is our input data. 1010 to 2020. So here 1010 2020. But this magic line will convert 1010 2020 into 2020 1010. Okay, result date. This result date is not ordinary. This result date is very important. In this to convert 1010. Okay, this should be more good because 1010 are same. So I can make it 12. So it will be, now there will be no confusion. So this line 10 10 20, so 10 to 12 2020, it will convert it into 2020 12 10. For that, doing a small thing, we have to do this logic, because this logic is not looks like a very simple. I mean, this whole lot of things we have to do, because both are from different, both having different mentality. Okay, we have to convince them. Okay, hey, don't worry, now I have done all the setting for you. Okay, you are happy now. SQL will telling, sir, I'm happy, no worries, all good. Okay, so now SQL is, even though logic is good, SQL is throwing some exception. Check the exception. Okay, that is, I can put try catch or throws. So better to use, I have used here try catch. Okay, come back, try. Which exception? There's a parsing exception. Okay, so all good up to this point. Now I passed my bill line number, data number fifth. First, second, third, fourth, it's already done previously, but there is a problem here. Now it is all resolved. Now I can send the address, contact number. I kept is a string value, no problem. It's easy now. At this point of time, it's easy now. So one moment. Come here. So now 5 is okay. 5 is result date is okay. Now what is the sixth column? What is the sixth column? Sixth column. Array. Why okay? Okay, I'll remove this. Okay, so now it's easy. Okay, DOR is done. Address sixth column. Okay, can you see what is the sixth column? User dot get address. User dot get address. What is the value of this one? Who can tell me? What is user object? What is get address? Getter method. Already you have set the value. Yeah, already set. What value you have set? What you have got it from you request dot get parameter? Six value six. Sorry, here six first second third fourth six. Yeah, Bangalore. So Bangalore value is Bangalore. Sixth column value will be Bangalore. In sixth column, Control Z. In sixth column, the value will be Bangalore inserted. Already inserted because already clicked. At the time of clicking, this all things are happening. After that, what next? Once seven column inserted, seventh column value inserted. What next? Then I'm calling a ps.execute update method. What's PS? What PS contains? PS contains every information. You know, I've discussed this one. We already discussed this one. Because there is a execute query, execute update. Have you remember? Execute query will return result state. That time we need to fetch the data, fetch. I need to show the data, but I'm not interested in that. I'm not interested in fetching the data. I'm interested to inserting the data. So at what will do ps.execute update. It will return an integer value. I am putting that integer value in a result. Now this integer value result will be returned because our so this is doing whole lot of thing. Do you think it's a small thing? It's easy. It's not. Once you understand clearly, similar thing will be repeated in Spring. Okay, Spring MVC. But Spring MVC, but Spring Boot, no, very easy. From outside, it will be like very easy. No need to write all these lines of code. Automatically, somebody is doing for you. But you have to understand that one. Okay, so easy. I don't want to tell again and again. It's easy and easy. No, it's okay. You understand this one. If you understand this one, you may feel that time it will be easy. Okay, so this is the one insertion. Similarly, delete and update we have to do. Okay, so come back. So what is doing? Let's say it's successfully registered. Then what next? If it's successfully registered, it will go to welcome file. But there should be a condition, right? What is the input? What is the sorry? Yeah. If user dot get input, hey, what is the value of insert into DB method will return? What it will return? Integer value. Integer value. What is return? Result. It will return result. Then what is the value of result? If the value of result, can you tell me? Can somebody tell me? User do dot insert into DB. What this method will return? This will return an integer value. What is the value? Result here. If the result is greater than 0, see there are two values, 0 or 1. Every time if it is successfully inserting, then it will return the value 1. If returning the value 1, definitely that is greater than 0, then go to the welcome JSP. If it returns false, then it will return, it will go to the register.jsp. Okay. Who can tell me how to intentionally do it false? What we can do? What we can do?
Same data
We
twice.
very good. We can, but that is same data twice we can do, but we have not done any restriction. Na? What we can do? We can make username
Not
as a
null.
primary key. Primary key. Good. Not null. Very good. There are seven stages are there. In a single stage fail, no, you'll come to the register. Just sir, you failed. Boss, you failed. Come back. Register again. Register again. So those things we can do later, right? We can make at least we can make a primary key, na, user ID. If you insert the same primary same user again, fail. Okay, you can do or else you can do not null everywhere. A single on a single blank data redirecting you into the once again register else statement. Okay, so we'll go back. Welcome.jsp. What is a welcome.jsp? Who can tell me what request dispatcher content at this point of time?
Request response.
Very good. User information, right? At least request object. Inside the request object, what are the things are there? Many informations are there. You can call the request.get parameter, first name, last name, so many things. Okay, let's see whether I have done or not. Welcome.jsp. Come to the welcome.jsp. I want everyone, I request everyone, I want everyone, you may it take little time. Somebody already have done, I don't know, maybe approaching, or somebody have not started yet, but I request, I hope, and I want everyone at least do the insert. Once you do insert successfully, you think you know, I mean, the business. Because delete and update, that will be easy. Similar. You won't do a whole lot of things. Lines of code will be less. Anyway, I will do that one later. But we'll understand. We'll go and welcome JSP. Copy. I'll go directly welcome.jsp. In welcome.jsp, simply I'm interested. What is the username? Okay. How to do that? Now I'm writing the Java code. Here I am writing the Java code. Okay. What I have done, welcome name is not collecting. Is it collecting the name also? Let me just.
No, sir.
I think it's not collecting. Maybe it's failing. I'll check. We'll check. No worry. I think it's not. Okay, we'll go. Your guess. Password 1, 2, 3. No, failing. I mean, it is not collecting. It's let us check what is collecting. Okay, just welcome message is fine, but I have done one name. This is a EL statement. Okay, expression language. So once I start JSP, it will be easy to understand this line. It's easy. We'll just for the timing to see the result, we'll see false is ignored. False, correct. Name is there. Welcome dollar name. NAME. Is there something name? From where it is coming? It is coming from register, right? Yes, register. Is there name is there? Name is there. Name. Okay. Name NAME. This name. I have to go to the JSP page. Register. Is there anything name? First name. So how can I at least username? Okay. Copy the username. Okay. Because this is transferring to servlet, from servlet to JSP, right? I'm using request dispatcher. Jyoti, you know it already done it in different example, right?
Yes, sir.
Because I have to use username. Let's see this time. Okay, let me quickly go at this session. Any date you can select. This time also it's not collecting. Okay, and something goes. Okay, username is it is coming from. Okay, okay, okay. Register username. Uh, okay. Welcome. Page language Java, correct? Ignored. False. It's ignoring. Is real ignored. Okay, if I give this one, Control save. Oh, that time I saved, right? Not saved. It won't. It won't. It won't. I have to again. Okay. Okay, no problem. I'll see. It's not using, huh? Okay. Mm, username. Copy. It's a string. String. Unit. Username. No. My just outward println. Out dot println. Welcome. Already I saved all the things. Yeah, saved all the things. Yeah, got, because username I gave Dev, right? Okay. Anyway, but this one, this one also it will work. We'll see this one. Okay. Once I'll start with the. Okay, actually, I had a plan to plan for JSP. Anyway, we'll see. So did you understand at least this one? How it is happening? How is inserting the data? Okay.